I would like you to, today you all are in a very important juncture of your life. You're in MYP. I did have this opportunity to study IB, and we went through really a very tough time. We had to work, study. So you know what? In the traditional old schooling system, some of you have been through it and come down here. It is all mugging up and trying to write an answer down accurately. And see what happened? We all went to traditional schools. You look at the people around you, our adults, our elders, our professionals. We all went to school in the traditional schooling. We learned to do three things. First was learning to write. We learned how to write. Yeah. Everybody went to school to learn to write. They all know how to write. I'm talking with the adults, including our parents, grandparents, our professional teachers. How many do you know who loves to write? They know how to write. They don't like to write. Why? Because of wrong technique, wrong concept of learning. So in IB and with Vedanta, we are trying to do a revolution in that. It is nothing to do with the pressure. Pressure comes where? Where does the pressure come? Supposing you have to climb that wall. And it's very easy for you to climb it. Is it a pressure? No. But if you go down there and you say, my God, this wall, me, not possible. The moment you say, me, not possible, it becomes not possible. And then it becomes pressure if somebody says, come on, climb it. Yeah? Whereas, let's look at another, reading skill. Some of you love to read. Look at the traditional schooling. Children are taught how to read. They are now our adults, our elder brother, parents, professionals. They know how to read. English, Hindi, Marathi, whatever, German, Japanese. How many do you know who loves to read? Can't sleep without reading? This is what you all need to comprehend, understand. With the divine grace, right from childhood, despite the traditional schooling, I worked sincerely to love to read. I love to read. I continuously reading. When I'm being driven from one place to another, I'm reading in the car. In the aircraft, I'm reading in the car. In the aircraft. Wherever it is. If I'm waiting, you'll be surprised. Supposing I go for, let's say, Shadu Ma'am has gone for shopping. And I've gone with her. If I'm not walking around with her, if I'm sitting somewhere, I'll take out my Kindle and start reading. And so does Ira Ma'am and Shadu Ma'am. They also picked up this love for reading. But it's something which has to be inculcated into you. So what I am talking to you today, I want you to understand. You've heard this book, Bhagavad Gita? I want somebody to come down here and read one line from here. You know this Bhagavad Gita, please come. Thank you. Yeah? This Bhagavad Gita is volume 1 and volume 2. This is volume 1. And I'm referring to Champion. You know this Champion monkey, his mother's, what was his biggest problem? What was his mother's biggest problem, do you know? No? Shall I let out the secret? Yeah? He said, okay. So I have his permission. Mommy wanted him to go for Diwali shopping. He said, Mama, you go for shopping. I'll stay in the car. Mommy said, what will you do? Diwali shopping, it's your clothes. He said, Mama, I will read. That was Mommy's problem. She came and said, whatever I do, he just wants to read. This is called love for reading. You know, some of you have been through in the classroom, no? You remember, his earlier teacher, Nilufer ma'am, used to come and tell me, so what do? I'm pulling my hair. I said, why? He said, whatever task I give it to him, he finishes reading, finishes doing it in 10-15 minutes, then he started to read. In the class, some other thing is going on. Now, that's what I'm talking about, is developing a love for doing. Now here, in the Bhagavad Gita, it is chapter 2, verse 31. Okay? Chapter 2, verse 31 in Bhagavad Gita. Have you realized most of the adults don't know anything about Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad, Purana, Vedanta? I've made it a point to learn them. It's such a rich heritage. Changes you totally. It has changed me. I used to be like a monkey. Really. You might be saying, how can Dr. Ghosh say? Actually so, I'm telling you honestly. And I'm glad that this transformation has taken place because of my personal effort. I got motivated to change. And that's my reason is to share with you today. I'd like you to, sir, just read this. The World Religion Authority. Read up the mic.
World Religions Authority, Houston Smith recalls that in the 1950s, the eminent British historian Arnold Toynbee predicted that in the 21st century, India the conquered would conquer her conquerors.
Thank you. What did he read? Thanks. The World Religion Authority, Houston Smith, recalls that in 1950, imagine this is 2017, 1950 to 2000 is 50, 2017 is 67 years ago. Arnold Toynbee, a great historian, philosopher, told the world, and it is quoted in Bhagavad Gita, that India the conquered, that means we were conquered, no? Yes. By the Western civilization, Alexander the Great, then came the Mughal Brigade. You all have read Tamilong, Genghis Khan, Babur, Akbar, Humayun, Aurangzeb, Sheikh Khan, Shah Jahan, no? They all looted us, some of them reigned the country for a while. And then came the Portuguese, the French, the Zoroastrians, Persians, they also came and they mingled with all of us. That's why you have lots of today who are very good Indians, Persian brothers and sisters. We call them Parsis, no? They're with us, maybe some of us. We are all become one now. India makes everybody one. And that India, everybody put together is India. India is called Sanatana Dharma. Every religion, everybody is equal, everybody is good. In that, he's saying 67 years ago that India that conquered, we were conquered by the Britishers, French and all these people. We're going to rule the world in 21st century. This is 21st century. Who are these Indians? Who's going to rule the world? Hi, who are these Indians?
Us.
It is you! Now you know why I'm talking to you? But think for a second. Think, reflect sincerely. Do you feel so? Very few of you feel so. Why? You need to focus yourself. That's why. If you focus, just watch what's going to happen. Now, to whatever we talk in IB and in Vedanta, I always give you document. I say you should have an evidence, no? You should know that it's not just because Dr. Ghosh said so or Bhagavad Gita said so. You should collaborate, correlate, check, do research, right? Now you go to Wikipedia and write India's economy. you'll be very happily, pleasantly see that Wikipedia India's economy is saying in the last 15 years, India's economy from world's 15th in their economic ranking has shot up to 7th today in the world. We are number 3 in the people purchasing power, PPP, meaning you guys are the world's 3rd richest who buys maximum. You and your parents and your brothers sisters. And we are number 2 in the world who the other countries are saying, Indian, please come to my country and become my citizen. Canada has declared India the number 2, and that is 15,000 Indians have gone there and become number 1 in Canada. In Canadian ministry, the Prime Minister happened to meet our Prime Minister, and he was telling Narendra Modi, you'll be pretty amazed to hear his statement. He told Narendra Modi, I have more Sardars in my cabinet than you have. He's got more Indians in his cabinet in Canada. Sardars, Sikh gentlemen. And it is so. So you guys are the one who are going to do it. What is it? I want you to know, where is it that you and I need to focus ourselves? I'll tell you a small story. It's not a story, it's in my real life. I share with you always because I made those mistakes. You know what? I didn't have anybody to come and talk to me. Like, I had very good parents. They loved me very much. My mother always said, you're not doing enough. And you know, like our parents are very fond of astrologers to know what's going to happen to this guy. Some of our parents. My mother went when I was 6, 7, 8 years old to one very good friend of my father who was an astrologer and asked him, what's going to happen to my sons? I was one of them. We were 5 brothers and a sister. Those days we used to be 5, 6 of us. Maybe some of your parents have similar family. See, the astrologer said, you take care of this boy amongst your 6 kids. So my mother said, why? She was along. He said, either he will be like Ravana and eat up your head, or he will be like Swami Vivekananda. My mother all her life kept on telling me, tu mera Ravana hai. Because I was really very bad. 10th standard, 6 weeks to go, exams are coming up. Like all of you, I was intelligent like you guys. But I didn't want to study. Like many of you don't want to study. Don't feel like, it's okay, when the exam comes then we'll see. But DP, you can't do that, nor can you MYP 4-5. Some of you experienced MYP 4 just now. You have to keep yourself abreast. That is IB with Vedanta. If you keep yourself abreast, just do those things. Being on time. Putting your focused attention when you're doing it. Just watch what's going to happen. You'll shake up the world. You would really shake up the world. Can you connect this? Because I wasn't studying, so my mother told my elder brother, take this boy to another astrologer. Before I continue, I want you to read this. At the time, India was conquered by the Western colonial world powers, according to historian Dr. J.T. Sunderland. He was a Western Britisher. J.T. Sunderland said she was the wealthiest nation in the globe. We were the richest in the world. Today we are not. Today we are 7th in the world. But we are shooting up again. Why did we go down? If we were the richest, if you look carefully, why did Alexander the Great or Timur-Long or Persians or everybody came to India, the British French. Why Race for India? There's a very nice article teachers would have shared with you called Race for India. Everybody wanted to go to India. Why? Because we were the richest. Today, have you noticed everybody wants to go to America? Why? Because they think they're the richest. You'll be surprised to hear, if you go through that Wikipedia article, India behind China by Bill and Melinda Gates subsequently, and in Wikipedia by the World's Financial Authority, they're saying that China leading India behind another 3 years' time, by 2020, is going to go past American economy. I have no doubt it's going to happen. You can already see Trump is already creating a lot of problems, no? Why is he doing it? Poor guy, he doesn't know. India has to become now, no? China is going to go past American economy with India behind. India will also go beyond American economy. By 2028, that's just 11 years from now, India is going to go past China and be number one in the world, as per Wikipedia. Okay, I'm quoting it. Go and read it. India's economy. Now, if you go to our website, on the third banner, it's a dark banner with one small line written there. Is your child ready to face 2028? That's 11 years from today. It's by Bill Gates, Melinda Gates, and Clark Fix, who is a British scientist, economist, who has done this research for Bill and Melinda. They're saying 30 to 35-year-old Indians between 2028 and 2040 is going to rule the world economy. Can you see you're going to be that age now? Won't you? 30 years is what? Now you're about 16, no? So 10 years from today you'll be 26, 20 years from today you'll be 36. So around 15 years from today, that's your 30-31, isn't it? The champion, my intention to tell you, you are not small, you're very good. You may have done some mistakes, like I had done. I wasn't studying. My mother sent me to an astrologer who was blind. My elder brother took me. And I went and politely sat down. Elder brother, he's 6 years older to me. And he never stood second in his life. He was also already an Olympic gold medalist, badminton. We have 5 of us and 1 sister, 5 brothers, 1 sister. All of us have played for India. Can you imagine? In one family, all 6 and 2 Arjuna Award winner. My third brother and elder brother, Ghosh, Robbin, goes, Google it, you will find it. How? I paid for Indian Air Force, representing against the services that defeated them. How? Because I discovered myself from that incident of that astrologer. He was blind, he couldn't read. His daughter was reading it out, the horoscope, and was telling him, he was asking some question. He thought for a while and he said to my elder brother, what's your question? He said, how's he going to do? These exams are coming up, sir, please tell us. He just smiled. He said, he's going to fail. My ears turned red. You know, I didn't study, but I never thought less of myself. I thought I'm very good. I stood up and walked out of the house. My elder brother came running. What are you doing? How can you go out? He's such an elderly gentleman. Even if he's blind, he can know. He knows you've gone out. He just sent me. He said, go and call him. I said, what call him? I feel like slapping him. These are my exact words. You know, Dr. Ghosh doesn't tell a single lie last 51 years. I don't speak a lie. I'm telling you so that you learn from this. Learn to own up. Learn to be truthful. And share your realizations with the people so that they are helped. He said, what slap him? You're not studying because of which I had to leave my college and bring you to an astrologer. I said, okay, I'll show you. You know, from that day, for the next 6 weeks or so I didn't sleep in most of the days more than 1 hour. And I just studied. You know, those curriculum-driven areas, I could do that. You can't do it in IB. You have to do it all through the time. Stay up to date. But I did that, and you know what? I stood second in the school and got a first class. Those days, first class was unthinkable. Only 2 guys from the school got. The guy who topped me by 0.6 or 7 marks, and me. I got 62.7%. Those days, above 60% was unthinkable. Very tough. I did it. From there onwards, I realized I have to do it. I want you to realize this. My life changed. I remember teacher came and asked, we were all growing up, like you guys, 10th standard. My teacher came, I still remember, his name is Anil sir. Anil sir said, so boys and girls, tell me, who is going to become what? Now it just so happened in our class, the tradition was whoever stands first, get the first position to speak. That was tradition of schooling. And the guy who stands second, he's sitting left of the guy who's standing first, so he gets the last chance. Everybody else speaks and then he speaks. This time so happened I had stood first. I was there, I spoke, I said, I want to be a forest officer. So he said, why? I was very fond of shooting, hunting, bows and arrows and rifle. We come from a hunting family. My father is a zamindar and we used to go for shoots. Sounds like a story, but champion, it happened. And I'm sharing with you. Style's a little different for your case, but apply it appropriately. I said so that I can shoot all the animals. Can you imagine what a monkey I was? We are supposed to protect the animals as a forest officer, but forest officer meaning I'm in the jungle so I can shoot everybody. That was my thinking. How dumb was I, isn't it? But nobody taught me. Everybody laughed. It went around, everybody said something, and then it came to Rishi Chandra, who was on my left, who stood second. Really, we used to have this contest, who will stand first? And Rishi said, I'm going to be a fighter pilot. I looked at him and I said, what is a fighter pilot? Imagine, I was sitting down, he is standing now. I looked up at him, what's a fighter pilot? He said, you don't know? I said, no. So he smiled and he told everybody, what's a fighter pilot? And it sounded very exciting to me. After he sat down, as Anil sir was about to start, I stood up. Sir, he said, what is it, Robbin? I want to change mine. He said, what? I want to be a fighter pilot. Everybody laughed. You know what, champion? I became a fighter pilot. Rishi Chandra didn't. He became a diploma engineer in Calcutta Corporation. I meet them quite often. I made up my mind. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to do it. When you focus your mind and do it, I know the rich heritage of what you belong to is called India. India is Bharat. Bha is Brahma Jyoti. That's what you have inside of you. Discovering that secret from within you is called self-development, is called parenting, is called schooling. You have to discover that. Don't forget, till MYP, you're being guided to understand, make connections with the laws, theorems, the world around you. In diploma program, you're going to focus all what you've learned towards your future career. Mind you, this 3 years, MYP 5, DP1 and DP2, is not going to be a piece of cake. It wasn't a piece of cake for me. It was very tough. Can you imagine? I used to get up at 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the morning. Till 7:30 I used to do running, physical training, practices. And this is before I joined Air Force. I'm telling you, I was a student. And then we used to go to the school or college, then come back, again, finish our studies till about 7:30. 7:30 to till about 10 o'clock we used to play badminton. Every day excepting Sunday. And I remember when I was a little younger, I used to go out to sleep. Whole day, no? And my mother used to feed me and my younger brother, and the elders were awake and they used to. But we continued doing it, didn't stop a single day. We continued. In the college, I joined the Army NCC and became an NCC cadet. I became the under officer. I was chosen to lead the 26th January parade from West Bengal in Delhi. Can you imagine? The whole country, you must have seen on Republic Day, the NCC cadets march past. I was the leading one in my time. It was a great achievement. And I only know one thing, that I said I will, I can. And I kept working at it. When I joined the Indian Air Force, I got selected. My first selection board, when I went there, they asked me, you want to join Air Force? I said, yes. What do you want to become? I said, a fighter pilot. He said, have you seen a fighter plane? I said, no. Have you ever seen a plane taking off and land? I said, no. He said, then why do you want to become a fighter pilot? You have no interest in the aircraft. You haven't gone and seen an aircraft. He said, sir, I like this concept of the adventure. I love adventure. I like this thrill. I might die tomorrow, but I like that. He said, but you are not showing any interest. You don't even know how does an aircraft take off and land. You're talking big. How will you do it? Mind you, the commanding officer is asking me that question. I said, sir, sorry, I thought you were going to teach me that. So he looked at me and he had a big laugh. I said, all right, selected. In the whole of India, only 15 of us got selected in one batch. And like that, they had 2-year selections, and then we went for the training. Till then, I continued doing my college studies. So it wasn't easy, but it was great fun. You know why? Because I enjoyed doing everything and excelling everywhere. Don't you like to top the topic? You love to do that. You have to put in a work. It will not happen just like that. So these 3 years, today, now, tomorrow, please put in your focus attention. Whatever you're doing, just do 100% yours. Be pure. Purity. Perseverance. And patience. You know whose words are these? Has anybody can tell me? When you enter the school, if you see Swami Vivekananda's picture, just see below that it is written there. True success comes from purity, perseverance and patience. Purity, not telling lies, being truthful, being honest. Perseverance, don't give up. Giving up anybody can. You all are watching lots of Hollywood, Bollywood films. Everybody has boyfriend, girlfriend, and soon they have a fight and a divorce. Now, it's so easy to give up. What is divorce or what is giving up? Sorry, you're not my friend anymore. It's very easy. Anybody can do it. I'll give you an example. He keeps coming here quite often. He's my little more than 25 years old friend. This gentleman, told me one day, I was in his house, he and his wife, and I was at that time commanding National Defense Academy training program. I from there came to his house just to say hello. So as I came, he was talking and he said, you know what? You and I will never become friends. I said, why? He said, our stars don't match. You're from another star. I said, really? And he got up very rudely, left me over there and went inside. There's a slap in my face, no? His wife came running from inside. Sir, please don't mind him. He is like that. I said, ma'am, don't worry, just watch. I'll make him my best friend. So notice what happened. I faced an adversity. It was a big insult to me. I said, I'll make him my best friend. You know, he is my best friend today. His son is in Mumbai. His daughter is in Pune. No, now she's gone to America. But she was in Pune. He shifted his residence, sold his flat in Mumbai just to come and stay next to the school. He spends almost most of his days with me. Comes and sits there. Isn't that like being with you? How did it happen? I made sure that I become friend. So whatever situation you face in your life, notice the answer to the problem is inside the problem. All you have to do, focus your mind, learn to do a little bit. That focusing mind is called reflection, is called meditation. Spend every day sitting still for a while. 15 minutes. If you do more, better for you. Every day morning before you start your day, like you charge your mobile, isn't it? Can it happen that you will not charge your mobile one day, and if you do, you curse yourself for being negligent? No? Like you charge your mobile, charge yourself every day, morning. How young do you think I am? Somebody, tell me approximately.
55, 40, 55.
How much?
40 to 55. 55.
Sorry, loudly? Tasneem?
40 to 50.
40 to 50.
55.
Okay, 55. You know my age, I've crossed 73. Yes, Tasneem ma'am. I am 73 plus. My 73rd birthday was just the other day. Do I look weak, doddering? I'm not. I don't sleep more than an hour, hour and a half a day. Do I look tired? All the secret I discovered through that meditation. I want you all to take up. This is India. It's there within you, each one of you. I know you are the power. And you are the one who's going to make India win, become number one. India doesn't mean just being locally located in India. Amartya Sen was an American citizen, but he brought India up by getting the Nobel Prize, no? He's an Indian, he's settled in America, so what? You can be anywhere, but discover the true potential from within you. Today, I want you to just see one more thing. Let us remember, when was India number one? Wrote the eminent historian and philosopher Will Durant. In the case for India, New York, Simon and Kuster, 1930. India was number one just 87 years ago. 1930, it is 17. India was. And he goes on to say that India was the motherland of our race. Who's this? Historian and philosopher Will Durant. He's a Britisher, great worldwide historian and philosopher. And he said that Sanskrit was the mother of Europe's language, that she was the mother of our philosophy, mother to the Arabs, much of our mathematics, mother to the ideals embodied in Christianity. Some of you know, do all of you know that the Jesus Christ came to India? I must have talked to you sometime. Yes? Are you all aware?
Yes.
You know those books are there with me. Where are they? Amazon.com. Just type it, you will find all the books there. Every one of them. Just show me the books, please. All you have to do is buy them, read them. But almost no Indians know about it. I meet so many. Lost years of Jesus. 17 years he was in India. This is lost teachings of Jesus. This is from Indian Vedanta Upanishad, which is connected with the Bible. And there are books written how Bible and Bhagavad Gita are identical. Jesus lived in India. Alan Jacob is a Britisher. This is Christian Holger, is a German. Jesus lived in India. Jesus lived in Kashmir with a C in Spanish language. This book is in Spanish by Kaiser. And they're all there in Amazon.com. Jesus came to India to learn Indian yoga meditation. You all need to know this. I didn't know it. When I discovered it, my hair stood up. I said I must share it with every parent, everyone, wherever I get chance. Jesus lived in Kashmir. I went to Kashmir. I searched, is it so? I went and saw everything is there. Now you go to YouTube today and type Jesus lived in India or Jesus lived in Kashmir. You will be shocked to see 1 hour film by Government of India with Ashok Stamba stamp. Why do you need to see it? To know how rich India was, how rich India is going to be. Why did Jesus Christ come to India and live for 17 years and then he died here? Jesus and Moses both are buried in India. And all these books are there. And in the birthplace of Abraham and the Jew. I want to share with you to say, in your life, situations when they come, however tough they are, no. The truth is, your situation can never be another person's situation. Like, let's say, Atul Kirloskar is one of the industrialists. His problem will not be my problem. Now my problem will be Atul's problem. He is my golfing friend. Your problem will not be his problem, and his problem will not be her problem. So everybody's issues are different, but each one of us know how to handle it if you focus it so. Have you noticed some of the grandparents, some of the elderly people, if you go and say, "Hi grandma, Aji, how are you?" And she'll say, "Backache, knees paining." No? Have you seen that? So what are they doing? Seeking sympathy from you. You give them the sympathy, your love and care, but don't do it yourself. You be better than me. At 105 you should be fighting fit. After all, India was famous for people living for 300 to 1000 to 1200 years in good health. No? Today you say, how can it be? 1000 years, 300 years. It is so. How do you understand that? Logically, as an IB student, as a Vedantic student. Tell me, 20 years ago, 60 years ago, if I showed you a mobile and told you, come, use it, talk to your friend in London or in New York, would you have believed me possible? Because you didn't know 20 years ago or 60 years ago. Today if I tell you, you say no problem. Piece of cake. 600 years ago, if I told you Earth is round and it looks like this globe, 600 years ago you would have said, what a monkey. You know, Ferdinand Magellan, if you Google it, you will find 1652, he discovered Earth is round. You know what people did to him? They killed him. He's teaching us wrong thing. Today if I tell you Earth is flat, you will say, did you hear him? What a monkey, no? Can you understand? So your realization about your potential is lacking. If it is not, you're a topper. If it is, you have work to do. Search, seek, and do not stop till you get it. Vivekananda's words in Sanskrit, he says, Uttishtata, arise, Jagrata, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. I told you, seek, search, and achieve that goal. You select for yourself what goal. Select not here, easy goal. Select there, seek 56. Can you do that? Yes, you can do it. I want you to see, I was writing a reply on this mail which has just come to me. How many of you know Harsh Dubey? Everybody knows? Who will read it? Somebody can read this letter? Come. Harsh Dubey has just written to me, and it has come, if you see, what is the date? Yeah, it is 8th July. Read, ma'am. He is writing to me. As you can see on top, he has written Robbin Ghosh to Sharda ma'am. He is writing to me. Yes, sir?
Dear sir, thanks to you for your warm welcome on my last visit to VKE. I appreciate the encouragement you gave me, as well as the book that you let me take home, which is full of wise advice. I am writing this email to inform you that the result of my IB exams came out this week, and I scored a perfect 45 on 45, obtaining IBDP World Topper rank. This would not even be possible without the foundation laid for me at VK's MYP program, for which I would like to thank you, Sharda ma'am, and all my teachers and coordinators at VKE. Thank you, and I wish you all the best for the future batches at VKE.
Thanks. Thank you. He scored perfect 100%, 45 out of 45. Krutika, who is in DP2 now, she was studying in Mumbai and she was studying in Podar International, where she's grown up from junior kindergarten. In 10th standard, she got perfect 99.8% out of 100%. She was one of the top 10 in the country. Podar International gave her 11th standard, and IIT Kharagpur gave her a free seat. Said, come and join us. She told her parents, I don't want to continue study and become another IIT engineer. The parents said, okay, what do you want to become? She said, I want to go to Victoria's Kids and study. She's here from 11th and 12th. She's finished 11th, going to 12th. Why? Because this advantage that you have here, you won't find it anywhere. You know why? Because I passed through a lot of suffering myself, and my very powerful teachers, coordinators, core team members. So we are all making sure that you have all the freedom. Use it well. There will be time when you don't know how to handle things. So what? I also didn't know. But I learned from it, and I said, I am going to do it. You pick up that. You say, I don't know how to handle it, but I will seek advice. Come and sit with me. Harshdevi used to come to me very often. And I kept telling him, you monkey, you can. Just watch. I tell many of you who come to me that you can. Correct, ma'am? Yes, you can. I keep telling whoever come, Tasneem, Pratana, whoever keep coming to me, meeting. Rujula used to come quite often. Some of you, yes, you all will. Provided, only say, human beings are given a choice by God. You choose what you want to be. Whether you're a boy or a girl, but you can choose. Do I want to be a topper, or I'm just being happy where I am? Then you'll be a middle class. Today, I'm hearing from all over the world. Parents are ringing me up, calling me, I hear your school is doing so well. We accept all classes of children. Our school doesn't select only the toppers. And we make from those children toppers. Those of you remember Harsh Dubey when he joined 8th standard, he was very shy, very timid. I told him, just watch champion, you're going to be a champion. He couldn't speak. And he went on to become, in MYP 5, MUN president. He was leading the school team. Do you remember?
Yeah.
From I couldn't speak to become the president of the MUN just by wanting to. He went on to score perfect. There are quite a few kids are going to score perfect in the DP2 now. I want you to select yourself. I'm going to score 56 out of 56. Choose now. Work towards it. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be nice and challenging, not tough. Tough is climbing a tree or climbing a wall. Challenging, you should have experiences. And take it up. Because you are not just simple somebody. You're somebody very special. Only thing you and I didn't know. Like, I didn't know what's special about me. And Indian Air Force, everything which was possible, I did it. I became a test pilot, unthinkable those days. Test pilot meaning an aircraft, you will take it up, fly, and declare it as fit to fly by other pilots. That means if there's something is wrong, your life is gone. I have ejected from a burning aircraft. In one aircraft, the turbine, which is rotating at 45,000 revolutions per minute. In 1 minute, 45,000 tons. Huge tungsten steel, as big as this room. It flew out, chopped off just 2 inches below my head, and flew out into the whole aircraft, blew up. But I ejected. Am I dead? I never even felt scared. I ejected, and you know where? Karakoram range, which is, those of you who know the map, the northeast, not northeast, Siachen, you know Siachen sector, just short of that is the Karakoram range. Lake, Thois, Karakoram, that's the place. It's called mountain desert. There's nothing there except snow and rock. Must be some creatures living, but it's called mountain desert. I ejected on top of that. And I was thinking, I hope I don't get stuck in one of those top, because I was at 33,000 feet. Those peaks are below that. They're around 24, 25,000. I was hoping that my parachute doesn't get stuck in that. Then I'll freeze to death, no? Helicopter would come after an hour or so. I prayed and ejected. I believed in God always. And I landed with a divine grace in that rocky mountain, a small patch like this room, which was filled with sand. How did God find that little patch of sand for me? Nothing happened to me. I got up, picked up my chute, I started walking. As I started walking, helicopter landed up. So I'm saying, life is not easy, but take up the challenge. And you will do things which everybody wants. Why do we join school? You will say, to learn. I asked the younger kids. So they say, sir, to learn. I said, okay, what do you want to learn? So that we know more. We go to college, we get degrees, we go to universities, foreign studies, countries. I said, okay, why? So that we can become doctor, businessman, engineer, professor, scientist. I said, okay, why? So to get a job, no? I said, okay, why job? He said, so to earn money. I said, that means you joined the school to earn money? I said, okay, how much money? They're very clear. They're 6, 7, 8 to 10, 11, 12. They say more than mommy and daddy. They're all clear. I say, monkey, I'll teach you 3 tricks. I'm sharing it with you because you're all grown-up kids. I share it with you because I follow them. And I see my life is transformed today. To the effect, about 6 years ago, my neighbor in our housing, each floor has got only 2 flats. So in front of mine, we were very friendly. When something happened to that lady, she comes from Mumbai. She started acting very tough and screaming and loudly talking. We are not that kind. So I prayed to God, God, would you please bless her to have right thinking? And can you keep her far away from me, please? You know what, last 6 years she has come only 2 or 3 times to that flat, and that for only 2-3 days. She doesn't come anymore. This is the power you have, provided you a little bit of meditation, focus your mind. So I tell the children, follow 3 principles. I'm asking you, number 1, what did Swamiji say? Be pure, purity. So I say truthful, follow truth. India's Ashok Stamba says, Satyameva Jayate. Truth will always win. You will always win if you follow truth. Don't tell lies. It's very easy to tell lies, easy to divorce, easy to say, I don't like you anymore. It's difficult to make you like that person, however good or weak or strong or poor they may be. Number 2, for which I'm talking, faith in your own self. I can do anything. I can. You know, the juice can, fruit juice cans, fruit cans, in which comes the material, no? So I can. Success comes in can. But I can't. If mind tells you, no, the devil inside you is wagging tail and say, you are weak, you don't know, your teacher told you this, your friend tells you this. He say, I'll show you. And work and show it. Hold your collar from the back, you do it yourself, and pick yourself up. Keep your back straight. So, don't tell lies, have faith in yourself. And number 3, in whatever name you call, have faith in God. Maybe you call him Allah, or God, or Christ, or Krishna, or Mother, doesn't matter. Whether you call you in French, which means water, or Jal, or Pani, or Tanni, or whatever it is, still water, it's still the same thing. Have faith in yourself, have faith in God, He's there, but get connected, sir, ma'am. 2 beautiful bungalows, made by the same builder. Everything is there in both of them. Fully equipped AC, light, fan, huge television, music system, everything. But one is brightly lit and running everything. The other one is darkness. You know why? Not connected. Not paid MSCB tax. So MSCB has done cut. Stay connected. Do any one of you want to share anything? Want to say something? To me or to the rest of your friends? Anybody? I can see from your body language somebody wants to say something. Give the mic to her.
No, it's
Very nice. Let's hear your voice. Yes, ma'am. Tell. You want to come here and speak?
no, it's okay.
Okay, tell. Speak on the mic.
I just want to say that I feel I want to tell my friends that now like things are getting difficult and maybe everyone's getting weak and we feel that we can't handle these things. But I just want to tell you that when you go on in life, there's going to be more and there's going to be much worse stuff that you can't handle. So I just want to say that be strong and take support from wherever you can and you'll get through everything in life.
Very nice. Give it a big hand. Okay. Anybody else? Champion? Yeah, please kid, Tasneem.
I wanted to share something my mom told me. When she told me that, no, like when I was small, and she came to this school in Shukrana, and she was going to make me join, and it was my first day of school. I was really small, and then she often tells me this, that she was sitting under a tree with me in her arms, and I was crying because I was scared, and I was a child, so I was crying, and she just held me in her arms, and even she was crying, and then she told me once that you came to her and you told her that I was giving her this impression, she was giving me this impression that the world is cruel and only she can protect me from the world. She told me this, and you told her that she is giving me that impression that only she is my protector for this world, and then you took me from her arms and you took me inside the school. That's how I have joined the school. That is the story of it.
Very nice. Thank you. Give it a big hand. Thank you. So what is your understanding? Tasneem, 1 minute. What's your understanding now and from today's talk? What do you feel? What are your immediate goals? What do you feel?
It's just working hard. It's important that you never feel low about yourself. You never feel that because someone tells you you can't do it, it is it. You have to be strong on your intentions. You have to be very strong and you have to work hard. That is the most important principle.
Very good. Thank you. I will ask you to, what Tasneem means is she's used a word which is everybody else understands to be different. Working hard. I'm saying not hard, but working at a high level. So working high, which is what she said first. Working high. Work at a higher level, which maybe your own level was not. Like I didn't know I could study for 26 days without sleeping an hour. I did quite a few days without sleeping 1 hour also. I didn't know I could do that. But I worked high because I think that astrologer who slapped my face with that word, so that woke me up. You should. Somebody went to Stephen Covey. He's one of the world's top management expert and self-motivator. He said, Stephen, whenever you speak, he conducts sessions for all over the world, including Americans. So this was an American guy. He said, Stephen, whenever you speak, next 1 week I perform very high. Why don't you speak to me every week? So Stephen said, okay, what happens when I speak to you? He said, I get a kick on my back and I am very good. So Stephen said, see, I could do that, but wouldn't it be better if you know how to kick your own back? I'm asking you, no to do that. I'll give you an example about, looking at Tasneem, I suddenly remembered, and some of you were there in that team, I do not recollect, but I recollect Tasneem. They were to go to Germany. Remember?
Yeah.
And they were to travel on Thursday, morning 6 o'clock flight, and on Saturday, they got a message, the German embassy said, everybody's visa is cancelled, not allowed. And they were preparing for 6 months, buying things, clothes, nobody thought about, we also didn't think about, why is it cancelled? So Jaya ma'am came to me on Friday, and she got the message on Friday, they got the message on Saturday. Sir, please speak to them. I said, okay, call them in. So Tasneem will tell you what happened, but let me complete. I called them all, they all came. I said, what happened? So no visa. I said, so what? So what? Only 5 days to go, what can we do now? I said, shut up. Don't think like that. The work starts now. You haven't finished your 5 days as yet. Anything can be possible if you pray to Allah and God. Have faith in God. Work towards it. Now Saturday, Sunday, all embassies are closed. Monday, I happened to ring up some people. I got connected to Berlin. Just see, this is a divine grace, not my connection. I got connected. I got connected through that lady, the person who is in charge of all the embassies in the world from Germany, Berlin. Can you imagine? I spoke to him. He said, okay, let me see what I can do. I said, sir, they don't have much time. They have to leave on Wednesday because Thursday early morning is the flight. I've got only Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That day, I got a call at 3 o'clock. Please tell them to go to the embassy and submit their passport again. Mr. Frank in Mumbai Consulate General of Germany would look into it. I said, but how will they take the passport? Visa cannot go unless that VFS takes the passport and gives it to the embassy. VFS will not take it. They need minimum 15 days warning. He said, okay, I'll tell Mr. Frank to tell your local VFS. Next morning, I got the message, tell them to go down and submit their papers before 1 o'clock. Remember?
Yeah.
All of them left early morning and went and gave it to them at 1:31 or 1:32. I got a call from Vishwadit sir who was escorting them. Called me up, sir, everybody's passport is resubmitted. They were all happy. I said, champion, don't be happy till the visa is done. Now, that day, they submitted at 1:30. At 4 o'clock, I got the call, all visas are done. Please tell them to come and collect it. I said, but listen, how will they collect it now? They have to go tomorrow. Can they come tomorrow at 4 o'clock, Wednesday, collect it and go to the airport, sleep in a hotel or something, and catch the early morning 6 o'clock flight by going to the airport at 3? VFS said, okay, agreed. Please give the mic to Tasneem. Let's hear her experience on this. Who else was there? Is there anybody else in this team?
No.
Only you were there? Okay. There are about 12 or 13 children from our school, all girls, and Vishwadit sir were leading, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell.
So, firstly, we were in the school, okay, on Friday in the morning. Suhani, she was with us, she came with us. She came to me and she said that we are not going to Germany. And my bag was almost packed. It was, I had done shopping all over the months and I was so excited. Our speeches which we had to give, they were ready. And then she just comes up to me and she said, we are not going to Germany. So I did not believe her first. I said that, stop joking, okay? And then the seriousness in her voice was scary. And then I asked her that, who told you this? He said that I heard it from Vishwajit sir and Jaya ma'am. So then we said that do not be sure of it. We do not know what has happened. Let's wait for them to tell us the true news. So we came to you the next morning and then most of us, we were crying, you know, it was horrible because we were in your office, you were soothing us and comforting us, and then Afia and Bhavika, they were crying because they spent so much of time, you know, in this, and it was their 10th, so they were obviously stressed and they had to do so much of work, and then it was all gone, and then the next day, it was like...
What did I tell you while talking? Do you recollect anything?
Yes,
I recollect every word.
Yes,
Do you recollect anything?
Yes, you told us that life will always be like that. It will always make us down, but then you have to get up and face it. You said that, you know.
Okay, then?
And then, you know, it was that, you know, we had given 20 days prior when we first applied, we had given 20 days prior to our, for getting the visa. And it was not possible. We were in the car, we were coming back from Mumbai the day you said we went for giving it again on Monday. We were just coming back, we were in the car. It was just me and Sohani and our parents. And then we got the news that the visa was done and it was just 2 hours since we gave our passport.
So it was unbelievable. It was a miracle. That is all we can
It's
say.
called a miracle, no? Now I want each one of you boys and girls, champion youth of India, I want you to know the miracles are happening all the time. It is you who have to make up your mind, choose well to make it happen for you. Miracle is happening in my life every moment. I'm telling you that neighbor lady was a miracle, no? I had a miracle like that. Supposing somebody comes and fight with me. I'm telling you, some parent did not pay some of the students' fee, so they have to pay late fee as per the school rule. Came to fight with me. Why should I pay late fee? I said, because you haven't paid on time. I have to pay to IB. I have to also pay to the bank because I had borrowed money from there to pay to IB. He said, no, I'm not going to pay. I said, okay, don't pay, but that means your child is not going to study here anymore. Is that okay with you? He said, yes, I'm going to take my child out. I said, okay, go ahead. I paid. I said, please show him good reason, good logic, he's taking a wrong choice. You know, same day evening at 6 o'clock, the same father comes back and tells my accounts, I hope sir is not angry, I'm paying. Who did that? God did it, not me. I want you to know, get connected, stay connected. Remember the two bungalow? One is well lit, well furnished, well aired, air conditioned, fridge, everything is running. The other one is not connected. Most of us are today not connected with who? With ourselves, with our own self, your true potential. I love you guys. Anybody else wants to share anything? Yes ma'am, please give the mic.
So earlier I used to change a lot of schools, and it was my first grade, and I just started a school in Delhi. And I came first day to home crying, saying that no one wants to be friends with me. And my mom was like, why, what happened? Every time you change the school, you make friends easily. And I was like, I don't know. I was crying a lot. And then I made a promise to myself that I'll make a lot of friends after this. And within a week, everyone was fighting to be friends with me. Like, they wanted me to be in their group, they wanted me to help them with the homework. So it was like, I determined to make new friends, and I did that.
So nice, thank you, give it a big hand. Okay, anybody else? Yes sir, Nimish.
I was traveling abroad and I was half an hour late for my flight. We go to the counter and he says that the flight is delayed in Turkey, but our other flight is scheduled for the US. So he says that we have 4 seats in business class. So we were upgraded to business class only because we were late. If we had come early, our flight would have left. The replacement flight would have left.
Thank you, give it a big hand. So you understand each one of your experiences are plenty. So hold on to it, learn from them. Most important, have faith in your own self. Have faith in truth, that's a power. Have faith in honesty. You know, these are beautiful, saintly, godly characteristics. Anger, jealousy, greed, hatred, they're all demonic characters. Don't let them rule you. Or depressions, or feeling weak. Don't go and threaten somebody that if you don't do this, I'm going to do that. Don't do it. That's being weak. Just say, okay, I'll work at it. I'll show you. And work at it. Take help. So in this school, you can always come down and talk to me, talk to Shraddha ma'am, talk to your Jay ma'am. You're always welcome to come and sit with me. At home, with mom and dad, or somebody else, like whoever else you're comfortable with, okay? Be peaceful, I wish you good luck. Thank you very much. Remember, 5 and 6 is 56, yeah?
Yes.
Thank you.